back. You're watching Win-Win Pan News. Let's now take a look at our next report on restructured APDRP. The flagship scheme of Government of India, the restructured APDRP, which aims at reducing AT&C losses to minimal standard in the states, has received a budgetary allocation of Rs 2080 crore from Government of India in this budget. Increasing the allocation for APDRP by 160%, that is to Rs 2080 crore, will boost the capital goods sector, with direct benefit going to companies that manufacture transformers, electric meters, cable and substations. Well, to talk more about this issue, we are now joined by Mr. R.N. Mukhija, President, Electrical and Electronics and member of the board, Larsen & Toubro. A very good evening to you, Mr. Mukhija.
Good evening.
Mr. Mukhija, tell us that the Finance Minister has increased the budgetary allocation of Rs 2080 crore, a steep increase of 160% from the previous year's budget for APDRP program, and around 27% increase in budgetary allocation for Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana. What do you think, how would this help to boost up the power distribution infrastructure in the country?
Well, these two schemes are, one is the RAPDRP, which is actually to help distribution companies, mostly public sector, that means the state distribution companies, to put a IT infrastructure to get to know where they are in terms of acquisition of their amounts for the energy being distributed, so that the losses can be minimized. So to that extent, it is a good step, and it will help all the distribution companies to aggressively manage that putting up IT infrastructure. Similarly, RGGY is for providing electricity to the villages. So to that extent, it is a very good step, and like other things which have happened, that people were worried whether the excise duty reduction will be withdrawn, service tax reduction will be withdrawn. So that hasn't happened, and for these two schemes connected with Power Ministry, they have not only sustained that, but they have added something more. I think it's a welcome sign.
Though Economic Survey has made a strong pitch for open access, it is operational only in interstate transmission, and as far as intrastate transmission and distribution is concerned, it is yet to be operational. Also adding to this, various charges like cross subsidy, surcharge and standby charge imposed by SERCs make open access economically unviable for the consumer. So what's your take on this?
I think consumer will finally get used to paying for the service of availability of power if power is available as they want. First thing is that Electricity Act allows consumer to select its own supplier of power. That has not happened. That should happen before he is made to pay more than what is due. So first is that to happen, and all this is because one reason that power is a concurrent subject. And I think, if I am pardoned to say, that the authorities have not approached this subject with the assumption that it is concurrent, and therefore they need to take state power ministers along with them for devising the various policy measures as well as adoption of those policy measures. And I think that step probably will be taken if we want to succeed in that.
Well, my last question for you is, power sector is not treated at par with other infrastructure sectors, as service tax exemption is available for construction of infrastructure facilities such as roads, airports, railways, port terminals, etc. Do you feel the government should extend the service tax exemptions to all power generation, transmission and distribution projects?
Answer is yes, because you see, if you look at that we have almost similar population numbers as Chinese, but Chinese have a power generation capacity which is about 7 to 8 times of ours. So we have a huge gap. We need to put up, we have a huge gap in all infrastructure, but rest of the infrastructure still one can live without that. But if I need power and if I want to grow 7-8%, my power requirements are as much as what I have installed capacity today. If I want to in the next 3-4 years give power to, as I said, as government has intention by 2012 that I have electricity for all, that means I have to add as much as what I have today, and I can't do it unless I incentivize the private partnership such a manner, because government cannot provide all the finances. So, it has to come from private partnership or private alone, and incentives are required. So, therefore, such incentives of tax benefits and investment support and all the other support, so that investments are forthcoming, has to be given. And once again I want to repeat that people have to realize that this is a concurrent subject, and therefore it is important to take states along with the center. Center has the duty to find ways how to take states along.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Mukhija, for joining us tonight on Win-Win Pan News. Well, that's all we have in today's episode, but before we leave, here is an energy saving tip for you. Consider buying a laptop for your next computer upgrade. They use much less energy than desktop computers. Here we come to close of the episode. Do send us your suggestions and views at powernews@utvnet.com, or otherwise call us on 011-405-60701. Looking forward to see you next week. Goodbye and take care.